Well, we're up at Torrance Barrens, and I just started another video with, well, I swear I don't do it on purpose, but it's, we just finished walking across the lake there. We heard a couple of little pings here and there where there's some pressure cracks, but gets the heart going a little bit, but it was nothing life-threatening. Honestly, I think the deepest part of this pond, you'd only go up to your waist anyway. Not that I want to get wet. This is cool. I think I took some pictures in here last winter. I got right inside in behind those icicles, which is pretty cool. Where are you going, TJ? I think we'll go up here, and we're going to go up into this back trail. They took the boardwalks out because they were deteriorating and weren't safe and were creating a liability, I guess. So they removed them, and you're not able to get back to these back trails anymore. But now that the lake's frozen over, you can. And I'll keep this video going while we climb up to the top. That might make for some interesting viewing. Man, it's been a year and a half since I've been back here, or maybe not that long. No, I was back here last winter. That's right. It's more like a year. It's too bad because one of my favorite spots, I don't know what I'm going to do. One of my favorite spots is back here, and I always wanted to try camping. So I don't know if I need to bring a little rubber dinghy or... Ooh. This is going to be fun. Or maybe oh shit, I better be careful here. Okay. Almost slid down there. I gotta put the camera away for a little while there, folks, and get up here. Woo! You heard the fear in my voice. I hope I didn't sound like a little girl. No offense to little girls. But yeah, I haven't had a close call like that in a long time. I needed both hands. I don't think you can appreciate the drop here. It would have been sliding down ice and rock for about 30 feet. I just hit a spot where it was all snow and icy moss instead of bare rock, and my foot slid and got my heart racing. Oh, see, this is a beautiful spot. In the summer, this is a little pool here, and there's, as you see, a little spot for a campfire. It's a very nice spot. Nice view of the lake from here too. The boardwalk is down that way, or where the boardwalk used to be, where it is no longer. Well, we're walking over towards where the boardwalk used to be. We're on the far side of the lake, which is awesome. I haven't been over here since last winter. Oh, you know, I think I did make one trip over here, perhaps in the early spring before they took the boardwalks out. I'm trying to remember now. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at some old pictures and see what the dates are. It's been a strange year with having a lot of time off. My I'm not sure of my timeline anymore, because 2020 feels like 3 or 4 years, at least a couple. Let's see if we can get a pretty vantage point here. Some kind of animal was down here. So pretty. I don't know. I think we might do the back trail. Or, that might be better, yeah. There's not much to see on the back trail, so we're going to actually follow a snowmobile trail where the back trail starts, and it takes you over to a cliff. And I think with this beautiful sunny day and the snow, that'll make for some awesome videos. You can see what we'll be looking at way over there. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And then we'll backtrack. Okay, we're in the clearing. Bet you there's a story there. Maybe it fell out of their backpack. I assume they weren't walking around with one shoe. Oh, this is beautiful here. I can't believe how warm it's feeling. It was minus 14 Celsius. When we first got here, but we're out of the wind and the sun is out and a cloudless day. I mean cloudless. Look at that. I just did a 360. Whew. So that's the way to the back trail. I'm going to be coming back here a lot this winter. You know what, I'll make you a promise, you're going to see some winter camping. I'm going to go down to Mountain Equipment Company that everybody's been telling me about and spend a little do-re-mi on a cold weather tent. That's what I need. I've tried it in summer tents and it doesn't work. Okay, we'll tune in when we get to Avista. Well, we're getting close to the scenic spot. There's not a whole lot to see along the cliff's edge at this point, so we just stayed back a ways. It's just over there. It doesn't overlook much there. It's just a bunch of shrubs below. Over here's where it starts getting nicer. We seem to be following, those are my dog's tracks on the right, and something else on the left. It's hard to tell because it looks like the way it walks is it hits the same mark with the opposite side. The opposite side of its legs, its paws, kind of hops along. So I was thinking it was a fox, but it could be a coyote. Starting to see. When I came over here, we're going to get to some kinds of bunny tracks everywhere. That's why the fox or the coyote is over here. Getting some buns. Oh boy, we're almost there. I'm out celebrating today because I got a new job and it pays more than the last job I was at. And it sounds like they have better benefits. and a better environment. I get along with everybody, and I can't believe how I was button heads with the majority of the people that I worked with at the last place. It was a case of just, every place kind of tends to be this way with too many chiefs and not enough Indians, but I guess you're probably not allowed to use that term anymore. It's hard to say anything these days. I'm offending somebody, although somebody will take up anyway, forget all that shit. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. Well, not really, but in the middle of beauty. Actually, this is kind of a bit in the middle of nowhere. There's no hydro lines along the roads along here. Oh, wow. Let me set my walking stick down and admire this incredible view. That is so beautiful. I'd hike an hour. I might actually probably close to that. I'd say I'd hike an hour to come in and see this. And I think one of these days, I guess it might be a little risky because of being so open. It could be windy, but holy smokes, this is beautiful. I stopped looking through the lens for a second and looked at it for real. Just breathtaking. I've been over there canoeing. That's actually an island over there. I did a little day trip a few years ago. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just all brush back there. TJ likes the cliffs. But there's all kinds of flat area here where you could set up a nice little camp for the night, set up a tent. Well, I'm going to get real and enjoy this. Bye for now. We're just going to... We sat down and enjoyed that amazing view for about 15 or 20 minutes. Had a drink of water, ice cold water, and me and TJ shared a granola bar. He only seems to eat them when we're out on hikes. Usually I bring him some treats, but I didn't think of it today. So there's a snowmobile trail just over there. I think that's it over there, I think, or a little further over. It actually follows along a lake. There's an embankment that drops off over there down to a lake. I don't think we can go much further. It gets kind of grown in here. And the trees start growing up here, so the view's not all that great. This seems to be Bunny Kingdom. There's bunny tracks everywhere. Ooh. Yeah, I think there's one kind of clearing up here, if you can call it that. It gets you close to this little island over here. There was one year I think this is probably one of the first water areas that I decided to traverse around, and just discovered how fun that can be, because you always have the body of water for a reference. You gotta be careful here. There's some crevasses. crevice. Potato. We'll go over there. I'd be tempted to set up camp over here, maybe. You know what? It is more sheltered, and you do still get a bit of a view. Oh, there's a bigger mammal going along there. Almost looks like beaver. Thought I noticed some webbed feet. Sorry, I probably haven't been talking loud enough. I gotta remember that, especially when I'm walking through crunchy snow. That's all you hear is the crunch, 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 and you can't hear what the hell I'm saying. I just sound like a babbling idiot. Although I might sound like that if you can hear me anyway. Yeah, there's something to be said for over here, actually. You don't feel like you're out in the open so much. Yeah, there's like no wind here. Just not quite the same view. Just mainly because of that big old tree in the middle. But you know, I think I'd feel more comfortable over here. God, you could even set up a tent right there. Boom. Have a little campfire on the ledge down. Or you could set up a tent over here quite easily. I'll get that thought out of your head. I'm sitting here looking at this going, gee, why don't we try going around it today? But I hadn't planned for such a long excursion, and I don't really have the time today. I got to get home and sign some papers for my new job. But I'm getting to know someone right now that I've recently met, and they're right into winter camping, so I think she and I might be doing some winter camping this winter. I hope so. I'd like to come up here and give it a shot. But this is basically where the easygoing ends. You have to kind of go, maybe not this time of year, but when I did it the first time, it wasn't this cold. When I went around this body of water, and I had to kind of go around some little streams and whatnot. I think there's one just on the other side there. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of her. But yeah, see, this is all wide open here. You could have a nice little campsite. Twould be good. In the wood. This is the life. We're in the middle of the lake, sort of, off to one side. Anyway, I'm going to switch the camera around. We're coming up to the lake we crossed earlier. It's just such a nice view when you come over to here. And I thought I'd film it, record it. I guess there's no film involved. There's a nice little spot. It was pretty popular when the boardwalk was still in. There'd be a lot of people over here. I saw in one of the local community papers that it was actually it was the summer before last. Maybe it was last summer. Summer before, I think. But yeah, I guess a couple of campsites got in fist fights. Something about one campsite being rowdy, drunk and rowdy, and everybody else just wanted to get some sleep, enjoy nature. Look at that. So we're going to make our way down to the water at some point. I think I'm going to try to find a different way because I almost killed myself on that last one, or seriously injured myself. It was a close one. See ya. What do you say? Snow Rose. Fun breaking the trail, eh? We were on the lake earlier and proved it's been cold enough long enough to be on here. There's no running streams or anything coming in. We're walking over a pressure crock right now, you can see it. Earlier we got a couple of pings walking across them on the other side, but nothing nasty. Beautiful. This far shore is gorgeous along here. Just gorgeous. Beautiful sunny day. TJ knows where we're going. He's making a beeline. I've been swimming in this little lake. It's actually not that deep. Well, in the middle here it is. It seems to me I like dove under feet first to see, and I think it was like just above my hands, as my hands were straight up above me. You can hear a few creaks. I'm not that heavy. That was just me almost slipping. That wasn't anything to do with the ice. I mean, falling through the ice. It was everything to do with the ice. Ice is slippery. I've camped there. That was actually my very first overnight in this area. It was set up by that big boulder. It was weird. I never used to see anybody camping, and it seemed like after that it just started catching on. And now it's just crazy here. I wouldn't come here through the summer. It's too busy. Too many yahoos. Do you hear that? That's freaked me out. I kicked a little tiny snowbank and I heard that. It sounded like water rushing through a hole. Made me look. It's neat, these pressure cracks coming up when it was still a little warmer. They must have been letting water up through, which is why there's no snow on them. Where do we want to go up? I think we'll go to the back corner where we came in. I love his floppy ears. Where is he going? Gotta watch this bare ice. I'm gonna end up on my arse. Zoom. Have you got the zoomies? Yeehaw! Yip, yip, yip. Yeehaw! There he goes. He's got the zoomies. I'm glad he hasn't been lifting his paws. I think it happens when he gets his feet wet in the cold sometimes. He hasn't been in any water, it's all frozen. Right. It's funny, he's learned to watch it over when there's uncovered ice. Look at that, isn't that cool? Look at all the cracks. there. Neato. Jeez, this one looks like it's got water coming through it. No, it's frozen, but probably maybe yesterday or a few days before it might have. Well, actually, it's slushy here. Okay, we're heading for shore. As soon as I see slush, there's slush in TJ's doggy print. We're getting the F off. That sun is very bright up there. Actually, I think we'll go straight in here. It is still early in the freeze. Let's see, we originally came out here when we first got on the lake. We heard the pings over in the far, that first pressure crack over there, and decided to just follow the shore where we knew we'd only be knee deep, because I know this lake. But yeah, those UV rays are strong. Okay, we're gonna do some bushwhacking.